Welcome to Father by Wetbox Team. This is a brand new itch game. It has been at the top for a while. I have just been avoiding it because it is a demo. So I think it's going to be decently long, maybe 15, 20 or something like that. But yeah, I usually want to play the full game rather than the demo, but I think this one's been doing well, so I think I'm going to check it out anyway. If you like itch.io horror games, please go ahead and click the follow button down there and the like button. That would help out a lot. Or the PSX doll if you like those games, same thing. It'd be great to have you along because I'm just going to keep on playing these. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this itch synopsis for you. And this one is a very short one, so let's read it. It says, the family lives in isolation, following the father's strict rules, but their attempt to escape evil turns into a horror that is born within. Nice. Short and to the point. Okay, I believe this volume is already up. It's at 100%. Hopefully it's not going to blow out my my earphones here. Let's check this really quick. 640 by 480. Let's try. Nah. Is it that one? Yeah. I don't think we need VSync. All right, let's do this. If you're ready to play Father by Wetbox Team, I am. Let's go. Whoa. That's already pretty unsettling. Where am I? Talk to your family, it says. Oh boy, that's my family up there. Whew, the mouse is sensitive. Hang on, I'm gonna... Oh, I can't mess with mouse settings. I'm just gonna have to tough it out, I guess. Oh my gosh, everyone looks like... weird. Are they covered in sheets, or are they just... like gelatinous kind of blurb things, like just have basic human form? I'm not sure. Let's go investigate further. Ooh, look at the crosses outside the church. It's pretty freaky looking. Okay, hang on one sec. I gotta check one of my things here. Okay, there we go. All right. Talk to your family. Whoa, look at my body. I'm wearing a brown suit. What's with my leg? Oh no, that's my knee. Oh my gosh, the mouse is so sensitive. Okay, that's okay. Let's talk with Tabitha, Abigail, and Jonah. Oh my, hang on. That's gotta come down a little bit. 1 second. Let's try 50%. What did they say? You took us away from the world. How long must we keep pretending that this is our home? I did that? So you are not father, you are jailer. We are not your flock and you are not our God. Hang on, that really has to come down still. That's a loud one. Jonah? You said I'd grow strong, but now I'm alone in the dark. Always alone. Uh-oh. This game, I swear, I'm bringing it down a lot, and it is loud. That's a bit better, I think. Close the door. Wait, what am I preaching about here? I can't... that doesn't look familiar to me. Close the door. I don't know what I'm doing. Whoa, what is that? What am I looking at? Read the scriptures. Are they dancing? They're dancing. And... oh my god, my vision's like blurry. Let's read this. Let's read the prayer. Is this going to help us? My Lord, you chose me to be the leader. You gave me strength to lead them away. I did not doubt when others turned away. I did not flinch when darkness surrounded us. My word is your will. My hand is your sword. No darkness shall enter my home. No evil shall stay upon our path. I stand firm like a wall. I am Father, and I am keeper, so let it be. Amen. Wow. Okay. Oh! That was fast. Man, this game is moving quick. Am I alive? Can I move? Yes, I'm alive now. Are they staring? Yep, they're both staring right at me, just following me around. Hey, Marcus in chat. What's up, Marcus? Sit down at the table. But I don't want to. Oh my gosh, we live out in the woods with goats. What the heck is this? I need to pray with my family. Do I, though? Do I? Oh my gosh. I guess this is how it used to be back in the day. It's everybody living in one room. I guess no problems with that, but I don't know. That'd be hard to live in the same room as your parents. Oh, such nonsense. Benefits a woman's tongue. I sleep as the righteous do. Bow thy head, we give thanks to the Lord. I didn't click, by the way. It's just going. Let us pray that the Lord may grant us strength for the coming day and not turn his face away from us. Winter is coming. We need to prepare firewood, son. You're going to help me. Hooray. Just the woods, please, Caleb. Jonah is too young to go there. A true man is not afraid of nature, but I've already prepared everything. All that remains is the chop. We shall go together next time. I wonder... Great. The woods. It'd be better if you didn't go there at all, Father. Since that time, everything has become different. Don't talk nonsense. Your thoughts are confused for idleness. Finish your meal and go to work on the dishes. I think this is because I turned VSync off. Hang on. This is what you get. I think that's affecting the frames. Maybe. Like, it's sped up. Hey, Remnant in chat. Hey, what's up, Remnant? Marcus says, medieval ages, when mortality rate was high and everyone was poor, and a scratch can turn into an infection and turn into a fatal fever. You're right, it was tough times back then. Hopefully turning this VSync on will slow the text down, because I have a feeling that my computer is just running it faster than it needs to run. Well, so far, I think the story is, we're living out here in the middle of nowhere with goats, and I'm a controlling religious father, and these are my... This is my family, I guess. Hey, oh, I can't talk to her. Teach your son to chop wood. Teach my son to chop wood? Cool. Good job on the art, though. This looks unique. This looks different. Look at the color scheme. It looks so dark and washed out, and everything blends in together. It looks really nice. It's like a painting. Great job, artist. Whoever's doing this stuff. Okay. All right, Jonah. Time to learn. Remnant says, played Marvel Rivals and found out I'm a Black Widow and Hawkeye main. Oh my gosh, Remnant, you would be a Black Widow Hawkeye main. You picked the two classes that troll the hardest, huh? Hawkeye, well, Hawkeye's legitly good, I think. Like, he's always going to be a solid pick. He just might get banned. And I think Widow can be good, but I think she's a troll pick, like, in comp, because, like, you got to be, like, super good with Widow. Like, really good. Like, borderline hacking good for people not to get really upset in comp with Widow. She can be good. Yeah, if you're good with Widow, then great player. But yeah, Hawkeye is just annoying because he just gets those random headshots from across maps. Remnant says, it looks perfect for horror. It does look perfect for horror. This is only a demo of this game, so we won't see a ton of it, but I think the demo is going to be long enough. So that's cool. Hopefully you do well in Rivals, though. I'll try to play more with Mavericks tomorrow, I think. Every righteous man must heat up his house somehow, my son. Oh, see, now it's working correctly. Every righteous man must heat up his house somehow, my son. The hand that works is blessed, and our labor is for the glory of God. Watch, son, how a man should handle an axe. Wow. Caleb talking a big game here. Let your hand grow strong, strike true, so our home may always be warm under God's roof. Or you could just hit the log with the axe. That always works too. Okay. Axe. And then woodpile? Oh, okay. Chop. Okay, you watching, Jonah? Please watch. Please watch. Caleb, now try it yourself, my son. Give your daughter some guidance. Oh, wow. Look at him go. He's a chopping machine. What have we done? I didn't know he would use his... It's just funny how the logs are flying out, and it's like he has psychic abilities or something. Okay. Good job, Jonah. Hey, of course we have the lone black goat, right? Because in these games, everyone has to make a reference to the movie The Witch and have a black goat and name him Philip ever since that movie came out. Let's see. Give advice to my daughter? Or guidance. Give guidance to my daughter. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Oh, of course, there's a single red apple hanging from the tree. Oh, oop, where is she? Abigail. Abigail, what are you doing? Abigail, you know we don't talk about what happened in the woods. What happened in the woods? What happened in the woods? Yes, Father, forgive me. Uh-oh. What happened? Only God can forgive. Finish up here and go home to prepare for a prayer. I don't like this. Remnant says a black goat in horror means it's going to be a witch. You're correct. There's going to be a witch somewhere. Check your son's work. Oh, and Abigail, don't take a bite from that apple. Something bad might happen. I know it looks delicious, but does the goat have red eyes? Does he? I can't tell. They look kind of brown. Oh, I'm stuck on the goats. Okay. No, they look like the other goats. They all have the same eyes. What the heck is out there? Is this... Oh, it's an outhouse? Marcus says, I think Remnant is talking about the movie The Witch. They had a black goat. The black goat turned out to be Satan. Yes, you're right, right? Was it Black Phillip or something like that? The goat did end up being evil. I would hate to go out to that outhouse at night. Could you imagine that in this setting, coming from this cottage and going all the way over there to the tree line to go to the bathroom? That would be awful. Okay, did he hurt himself or... No, he just finished chopping the wood. Okay, Jonah, good job. That's all? Yes, Father, I thought... Crooked, slanted, the length is uneven. How well do you think this will burn? Hey, come on now. It's hastily put together, splinters everywhere, everything is rushed, unmethodical. Do you want us to be left without any heat in the winter because of your laziness? Do you want Mother to freeze? Then work like a man, not like a child who expects to be praised. Now go help your mother. Maybe you'll be more useful to her. Oh, man. I like how they're hitting of both biblical stuff and toxic masculinity stuff at the same time. It's a great combination for a kid that age. Herd the goats into the pen. Good job, Jonah. I'm sure the wood's gonna burn perfectly fine either way you chop it. Remnant says yes, Marcus is correct. Remnant says, plus it's always in a horror movie in a story that revolves around a witch. You're right. That movie changed black goats forever. They will never be the same. Herd the goats into the pen. Okay. Hey, Black Phillip, you go in your pen now. You have to do everything in this house yourself. Oh, man. I'm already tired of myself. Oh my god, I couldn't stand having a dad like this. Okay, go in there, Black Phillip. You stay in there. You don't make any trouble. Yes, I'm watching you. Okay, he's going in there. Alright, you next. Let's go. Go away, you damn spawn. Don't irritate me. What? Marcus says, live life deliciously. I think my sister has a cup with Black Phillip on it that says that, like a coffee cup. Okay, you stay in there. Come on, move, just like everyone else here. Moving only when the whip cracks. Man, it must have been so boring to be a peasant back in the day. God, I'm glad I didn't live back then. Another day of labor, and labor not in vain. Time to join the family. There are some things where the text just plays by itself and I can't do anything about that. Sometimes it lets you, continue the text by pressing a button, but uh-oh. For God has given man a conscience, but gave fear to the beasts. May no darkness creep into my soul if the thoughts are pure and the heart is in faith. Uh-oh. Go to hell, you can't break my faith. Wait, what do I see? Well, that was dramatic. Okay, I'm back in my bed now. Marcus is same. Actually, like life 200 years ago and below is incredibly awful, even for kings. Kings don't have toilets. Remnant says, once had a white goat with 4 horns. Wow, 4 horns, huh? Marcus says, with flesh, toilet paper, non-existent. That's not a goat, Remnant. That's a chupacabra. You had a chupacabra? The Mexican goat sucker, right? I mean, I guess you'd be fine if it just sucks goats. That's fine. Find my family. Whoa. Unexpected. I like that, though. I like that. Okay. I guess I'm walking out on this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Whatever this is supposed to be, we're gonna walk down it. Uh-oh. What do I see up there? There's something up there. It's very dark. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Take your place. Marcus says it's like when you accidentally destroy the theater prop walls. Yeah, I think we just did. Yeah, here's the camera and the audience and everything. They seem upset. Oh no, I think I know what's happening already. Remnant says his name was Chupa, so Marcus ain't wrong. Aw, Chupa. Was he a nice goat? What color was he? Because because this is like modern, right? There's like a camera and we're like in a thing. So that must mean that we're living, because I thought we were living in the old days, right? But we're probably not. I think I'm forcing my family to live, out in the woods and, like according to the Bible and stuff like that. I mean, people do that all the time, right? Okay. Marcus says, okay, we're modern now. Marcus says, Redmond, join us on Twitch. It's more real time. That's true. I think YouTube is lagged more. Redmond says, pure white. And yes, he was. Twitch chat is more real time. I am back at home, and I'm on 2 gig fiber here. So, and my computer is like an i9 on a 4090. So I don't know what else I can improve to like improve the stream quality. So maybe YouTube is just slow. I don't know. Oh boy, wow, that's different. Welcome to our evening show, How to Ruin Your Family. Uh-oh. This took a turn. Our guest today is Caleb, a lover of comfort without amenities. This text is just rolling. I can't stop it, by the way. He went further than anyone else, literally, and took his family away. Where? That's right, to the middle of nowhere, far from civilization. Uh-oh. We're on the hot seat. Caleb, tell me, was it hard to decide to leave everything? Let's ask our dear guest. It's not difficult. He decides everything for us. Oh, no. I look like a Caleb with that beard. Caleb, do you really hate warm baths and fresh baked goods so much you've decided to create your own personal hell for yourself and your family? Yes, he swears that this is heaven. Let's ask the audience, would you like to live in heaven on earth where the main entertainment is frozen goat cakes? No. Well then, Caleb, one final question. When you run from the truth, it still catches up, doesn't it? Truth, truth, truth. Uh-oh. What a terrible stench. Uh-oh. Talk to your wife about the smell. So was that all a dream I just had? I think so. No. Let me read chat really quick. Marcus says, nah, YouTube is actually slow. Tried it on the other indie streams. I tested the speed of chat. YouTube is definitely slower than Twitch, but on YouTube you can rewind. Oh my gosh, Caleb is having dreams that are set in the future. Yes, he is. Yeah, I think YouTube is just a little bit slower, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Hopefully their stuff speeds up soon. Okay, Tabitha. I think she wants to talk. I don't know if I want to talk to my wife right now. Oh, the goats are out again. Well, I can't get out of here. I'm trapped with her. Alright, let's talk to Tabitha. Did Abigail not clean properly again? Why does our house smell like rotten meat? Tabitha, I don't smell anything. Besides, we haven't eaten meat for a long time, as you know. But I shall clean everything again now. Do me a favor. What kind of house is it that you can't bear to stay in? Jonah wanted to talk to you. Please don't be too hard on him. He was so upset yesterday. You know better than me how cruel this world is. If he doesn't learn to be responsible for his actions and take a blow, what will become of him? He's still just a child. At his age, my father was beating me to a pulp for the slightest offense, and I, mind you, never raised a hand to my son, and you blame me for being cruel? Oh boy, this is a mess, isn't it? I'll talk to him, like a father to a son. Thank you, Caleb. Oh my gosh, the gender roles are real here. They're quite real. Let's see. Painfully real. My son, my son. Why aren't you a man like me? Jonah, let's talk. Dad, Father, I learned my lesson and did everything as you said. Now the logs are evenly cut and neatly stacked. Not bad, at least this time it wasn't chaotic. But it's not a reason to be happy. This isn't an achievement, but a duty. Oh man, what a this guy, I swear. Marcus says, gender roles have only become more equal in the past 100 years. You're probably correct there, Marcus. Yeah, it's only recently. Even in the 1930s, gender roles were very much strictly enforced. Yes, you're very much correct. Women stayed home with the kids, or did stuff at home. Males were the breadwinners most of the time. Women usually were supporting the males most of the time. Marcus says, you really can't change your role as a man or a woman. Yeah, that's tough, isn't it? I mean, the first step is at least to recognizing the concrete roles that people are forced to play most of the time. Marcus says, if you're a man, you'll be shunned if you were to stay at home, a stay-at-home father. I suppose that is how it is sometimes. I guess it depends on what country. Twitch name. Let me hang on. Let me put that in chat really quick. There you go. Marcus says, if you're a man, you can't show weakness or emotional vulnerability. You can't cry. Would you mind if I asked you something, Father? Yeah, I mean, those are the classic gender roles, aren't they, Marcus? Crying's bad as a guy. You do all the work, you always act tough and stuff like that. I feel like they're getting a bit better in the US, or people are flipping that on their ear and everything. And, I mean, a lot of that stuff is it's so old. Let me see. In the Philippines, it was based on my grandma and grandpa's stories. Oh, absolutely. Especially in places like the Philippines and stuff. A lot of Asian countries too have strict gender roles, strict ingrained gender roles that are really hard to uproot because they're part of society and stuff like that. I have arrived. Ashes to remain. So that's probably Remnant, right? Welcome. Let me see. Yes, welcome back, Remnant. We're just talking about gender roles. Isn't that fun? But yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm glad people are examining those and trying to get rid of them and stuff, or at least lightening up on them. Because I mean, come on, guys not crying. That's so old school. I mean, it's great to have a good cry every now and then. It's awesome. You let all those emotions out, you feel better, etc., etc. It's kind of crazy that some people are raised to think that you can't or you shouldn't. I mean, it's a natural part of being a human. So, Okay, let's continue with the story. Would you mind if I ask you something, Father? What else? Jonah, I've thought it over and over. We could get a dog. A dog? Ashes to him. Brother, it is better than YouTube. It is. It could guard the house. I would clean up after her myself, honestly. Will you, Jonah? Will you? Well, I guess you guys already live out in the middle of the forest. What is there to clean up from a dog in the middle of the forest? It's not like it's gonna be a problem getting fur everywhere. I guess poop, but you live on a farm, so that's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know. I just feel like a dog wouldn't be the biggest issue out here. Yes. Caleb. ... We could play together and would have a friend. Well, those are good pluses. Son, a dog can't be your friend. Animals don't have souls. Haven't you learned anything? Oh my gosh, I cannot stand myself. Animals don't have souls. Nope. Of any kind. Nope. I know, but Go to the pen and wait for me there. It's time for you to grow up. Oh, am I gonna beat him for requesting a dog? Oh, Caleb. I wonder if it's like in this game that it's like actually current time, like it's actually 2025 out there. All the rest of his friends, you know, have tablets or something, or they're playing Fortnite. I don't know. Do people still play Fortnite? I don't know what they're playing nowadays. Poor Caleb, but he's out here stuck with, not Caleb, poor Jonah. He's out here stuck with me, stuck with Caleb in my vision of living by the Bible. What are the goats doing? Do you see that? Marcus says, yeah, it should be modern. And this is the dream. Isn't it? Is this the dream here? I blame Black Phillip. He's doing something to them. Find the knife. Why am I finding a knife? Black Phillip telling the others to start their plan. Yeah, they're having a huddle here, and this isn't going to end well for us, I don't think. Remnant says it is, especially the goats. Yes. Okay. Well, let's find a knife, because we're going to teach our son a lesson, because that makes absolute sense. Because he asked me if he could get a dog. Am I going to kill something in front of him, or like threaten him, or where's the knife? Where did the knife go? It was on the shelf. Abigail was cleaning. Maybe she moved it somewhere else. Why is everyone in this house trying to drive me crazy? Just tell me why. I'm just trying to give you the best life you could ever have, and you're stealing from me. Okay, why don't I just use the axe? I mean, you'd think the axe should be able to accomplish what the knife could. You stay there, Caleb. You're in deep trouble. Where's Abigail? You think Abigail's a witch, maybe? What is she doing with the knife? Oh, she's using it to, like, do sewing. How many times have I told you not to touch my knife? But this is the only sharp knife in the house. Then go and sharpen all the knives. But you told me not to. You said it's not a woman's job. And now I tell you to do it and throw out these stupid rags. Oh my gosh. Show your son how to slaughter cattle. I don't want to show my son how to slaughter cattle. I mean, I guess if you're living on a farm with no current I mean, cows have to get slaughtered anyway, but I mean, I don't think he needs to know that at his age. Poor cows. Poor cows. Okay, Jonah. God knows I tried to guide you as best as I could. I tried. But apparently, words are useless here. You only understand actions. Today you will slay the goat. Hold the knife. Oh, man. Poor Jonah. Oh, no, not Black Phillip. Don't do that. But Father, he is looking as if he... This goat is a mindless beast. He knows no fear of the Lord, no concept of sin. He is but flesh to feed us. A man doesn't tremble before labor, or you become like a woman hiding behind the door. What the hell am I talking about? Good job, Caleb. Wretched coward. I wish the text was slower, because I would love to read it, but oh, and thanks for the follow, Remnant, on Twitch. That always helps. Thank you so much. Well, the knife, am I gonna grab the knife? I'm probably gonna slaughter it in front of him, huh? That's how this kind of game goes, I think. I don't want to slaughter the goat, though. They're gonna make me do it. Remnant says, what if each goat is a family member? If you kill one family member dies. Oh, that's a really good theory, Remnant, actually. Because there are 3 goats, and we have 3 family members. Marcus says Flezzy and Risco are probably Z. Yeah, I haven't seen Risco in a minute. Maybe they're busy. I know Risco sometimes has school stuff, and Flezzy is a YouTuber himself, or themselves, and I'm not sure. Sometimes they're in and out, so hopefully they pop up again. Well, there's no other option for me but to kill this goat, and I would not do this ever. So sorry goat. Oh man, I messed this kid up. Totally messed this kid up. He's never gonna forget this as long as he lives. That's for sure. I wouldn't. If someone slaughtered a goat in front of me, that'd be... I don't know if I'd stand there for it, to be honest. A man does not tremble before flesh, for flesh is fleeting. You shall spend the night in darkness to learn that there is nothing to fear. This makes absolute sense. I love my logic here. It is, you know, sound logic based on the Bible. This makes sense. Just shut him in here and yep, he'll learn. Marcus says he's gonna be a vegan now. Yeah, I would be one too if that happened to me. Well, what's this? Oh, is there a hole underneath the level? Look at that. You can see down into space or something. That's kind of weird. Oh no. It's just a reflect. Is it a reflection? No, I can't tell. Doesn't look like one. That's strange. Okay, lock the door with a bolt. Lock it with a bolt? Remnant says, oh, Heavenly Father, we take this heavenly meal to eat as you intended. Yes. The Lord is always watching over us. Oh. Where's the bolt? There's a deadbolt. Oh, that's a plank. Father, don't leave me. Pray for the Lord hears all who cries to the Father or whatever. Father, someone's here. Father, he's here. He's watching. He's in. Uh-oh. I didn't necessarily think that would happen. Jonah, why are you so silent? Or has the night brought you... I wish I could finish reading that. That's bad. This is bad. What just happened in here? Oh, he's gone away anywhere. He's just hiding, testing me. Oh, he hasn't gone anywhere. Is he in one of these sacks or what? Or nope. I don't go into the house. I don't think he's testing me. I think something happened. 1 second. I heard Dusty go outside. Oh. Never mind. I think that's just my girlfriend closing some doors up there. Okay, 1 second. Let me go back in the house. Really quick. Okay. Where's Jonah? Caleb, he's punished and you are not to let him out. He's not in there though. He's gone. Marcus says Dusty is Eddie's girlfriend's dog, Remnant. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. I think he's tired and sleeping though, because I haven't seen him down here in a minute. Caleb, I asked you. Marcus says, but he sometimes barks at night and the neighbors get mad. Yes, so sometimes I have to run up and make sure he stops barking. Go to bed, and he shall learn his lesson tomorrow. Am I just pretending that he didn't disappear? Like, right out of that shed? Because that boy is gone. Am I just lying to her? Look at these giant mushrooms. Okay. Well, let's go to bed and pretend that our son didn't disappear in the night. Let's see. Okay, I'm up. I'm awake. Oh, who's that? Find your son. Oh, it looks like a lantern or something, but why is my bed in the middle of the woods right now? Oh, and also, just a reminder, this is a demo, so this game could cut off any minute. But, thank you all for showing up and saying hi as usual. It is getting to be a little bit late, so at some point I'll have to wrap it up whenever we hit the end point here. But hopefully you all have a great night or day. Oh, son, where are you going? You're just kind of sliding around. Hey. Okay. At least he's here. Okay. Oh, there he goes. Oh, whoa. You stay there. Remnant says, I see. Sorry, I was in the bathroom. Sorry for slowing you down with my chatterbox mouth. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Okay, he wants me to go in the shed with him where he died and disappeared. I understand. Maybe I'll do that, but oh, he's gone again. It's not good. Uh-oh. Oh no. It's one of these things. Remnant says he was the goat. Maybe he was. I should have never killed that goat. Okay, there's a big ancient temple underneath our house, apparently. Let's see. Yeah, this is... Oh my gosh, what am I seeing? This is interesting. Elijah, here comes Caleb, the most caring father of the year. Oh, Caleb, you know what to feed your children, right? This must be another dream. Prayers? Prohibitions? Fear? But as you can see, they prefer meat, so I fed them for you. Didn't you teach us that flesh is just flesh, Father? But let me give you a choice. Do you want to take back the power? Prove that you are worthy? Prove yourself worthy. Huh. I mean, I can't even turn around. There's no choice here. What are they eating? Just meat in general? It looks like it. Okay, let's prove ourselves worthy, I suppose. Prove it. Whoa, well now you are in charge. The throne is empty. Will you not take the crown? I guess I'll take it. We have no other choice. Oh boy. Thank you. It's a painful crown, I think. Wow. Okay, then back to this route. Remnant says meat and worms. Yes, indeed. Hang on, let me turn that down really quick. That was... Well, okay, so that was Father by Wetbox Team. And that was a pretty interesting game. I really liked that. Marcus says, yeah, the medieval scenes definitely were the nightmares. The real world is the modern era. Yeah, you're right. They did a lot with this, really. Oh yeah, and you can even see he's wearing a crown of thorns there. And that's what they kind of put on us at the end, right? So yeah, they did a lot with this because there's like major biblical themes going on, right? And there's also, like we were talking about before, tons of gender roles stuff, all happening at the same time in this game. I guess whenever someone literally interprets the Bible and everything like that, then you get kind of crazy gender role stuff all the time. But this game did a good job of just like highlighting that. Just the way you talk to your kids. Poor, what was his name? Is it Jonah? Was Jonah my kid? Poor Jonah. We traumatized the heck out of that kid. We gaslighted him when he was trying to cut wood, and then we said he wasn't like a real man, and then we tried to make him murder an innocent goat. He didn't want to, and then we killed it in front of him, and then we locked him in in like the woodshed overnight where he disappeared. So yeah, that was really messed up. I guess, yeah, I wonder if killing that goat has anything to do with his disappearance. I guess we'll have to see when the full game comes out, because I wouldn't be surprised if you had to kill another goat, or there's another thing with another goat, and something else happens to the rest of your family. Marcus says, oh no, my feed had cut off. Philippines connection sometimes lags. Oh no, I'm sorry, Marcus. Hopefully it comes back. Worst case scenario, you can just play the VOD back. But yeah, so I really liked the story on this game. It was a simple, relatable story. I think for some reason all of us can relate to these themes, because we've all had encounters with both, religion and gender roles throughout our lives and everything. And a lot of the times those are pretty heavy themes. Really, they are. I think everybody knows somebody who is like a little too religious, or knows some distant family member who has joined some extreme kind of religious sect or cult or something like that. Usually it's not that far removed from people's lives. Someone knows somebody who is super religious, and I mean, there's no issue with that, but this game does a good job of pointing out that if one person is really religious, it doesn't mean that the rest of the people in their family have to be. But a lot of times it does work out that way, because the head of the household, classically the male in these situations, has a lot of power over people. And you kind of have to do what they say. So you end up becoming like that. Let me read chat here. Marcus says, I'm no longer religious, but I still have principles that are based on Christian values. But I'm now more of a science guy type. Well, that's good, Marcus. I think that, if you get too much into the verbatim thing of the Bible, there's a lot of problems. There is. I mean, the Bible was written, a long, long time ago during a certain historical period, mostly written by males and everything like that. So of course there's going to be issues with those kinds of things, but that's a heavy subject, really. I mean, I think the Bible has a lot of great, like the writing in it's really good. Like some of the Psalms and stuff like that are actually good, writing in itself. But a lot of the stories have interesting themes. And if you're reading the book of Revelations or the early stuff, then good luck interpreting that, because that stuff is frightening. That stuff is kind of crazy. So I don't know. It's interesting. The Bible as a piece of literary work is interesting to study. There's plenty of classes and stuff on that. And I don't know. It's just, of course, one of the most influential pieces of writing ever written. So I know this game does a good job of showing how that can cause problems. I'm really curious to see if this game takes place in absolute modern times, though, because that'd be cool to see. more of that stuff. We have to see the story of the mom and of the daughter eventually, because that'll fill out the rest of the story. They must be finishing this game though. I'd love to play the rest of it. Let's see what Marcus is saying. I do have family members that are super religious. They seem cult-like. It's a weird feeling because I love them, but they are very cult-like sometimes. Yes, I have had family members like that also. And I've also been in some relationships with people, and they've, been a part of more cult-like sects of Christianity. And I tell you, it's hard on them. They did not like those experiences. A lot of times those other more extreme versions of Christianity, they put a lot of emotional expectations on you. Like they expect for you to, confess and to cry and, and to sing, and you have to be emotional around those people. And whenever they give sermons and stuff like that, they're extremely emotional, extremely controlling in ways. I would say emotionally abusive in ways. And cults in Christianity are always interesting to dive into. I mean, hopefully you never get sucked into one of those things, but everybody knows somebody who's maybe been around places like that. I've known a lot of people who were LDS, ex-Mormon and everything like that. So they've gone through separations with the church and everything like that. It sounds very painful. So... Marcus says they're preparing for the end of the world. Yeah, right. They use that end of the world jargon as fear, right? It's fear-based, fear control, right? The world's going to end. I know it. I know the exact date of it ending, and we have to be prepared. Like everything is about fear in those situations, and someone claiming to know, right, the truth. And then usually it preys on people that are at difficult places in their lives, right? Where they don't have community, they don't have family, they don't have friends. They have questions, but they don't have answers. And they run into somebody who claims to actually have those answers, and they become extremely vulnerable. And that's how people usually get involved accidentally with cults and stuff. It's difficult. Marcus says, there's no easy way of convincing my family that Christians have been waiting for the end of the world for 2,000 years and it never happened. Remnant says, bro, Christianity is a farce. Yes. Marcus says, my family who are cult-like, they actually believe the end of the world is within our lifetime. It makes family gatherings awkward because we don't really know how to speak about this delusion. Yeah, you're right in calling it a delusion, Marcus. I believe it is, because every single person and religion has claimed that the end of the world is coming in history, right? They've all been wrong. So I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. But yeah, people like to have the feeling that they know that the truth. That's what people love. They like thinking they have everything figured out and they know what's going to happen. That gives people comfort in some ways, even if it makes them scared. It still gives them something to latch onto. But it's a weird subject, really. Marcus says, not all my family, but my uncle and aunt's side. You always have that crazy aunt and uncle. Yeah. But yeah, overall though, what a great game. Great sound, great graphics. I mean, the art looks just great. Good writing too. So what team was this? This was Wetbox team. They did a great job. I can't wait for the rest of it. I will definitely play it. It's one of those games where it is scary, but it's also just pushing a lot of buttons that we all like to talk about. Marcus says, yeah, also an atmospheric game. Very much so. They did the feeling of being out in the woods and being alone and being isolated is absolutely there. And I couldn't imagine what that'd be like to have to live with somebody who was always quoting scripture and yelling at you and making you chop wood in a certain way. I think I'd take my chances in the woods. I'd probably just run off someday. Marcus says, there's definitely a lot more dimensions to the lore this time. Usually very short ones, it's always interesting, but then the lore wasn't expanded. Like I was really hoping for more. Remnant says, to be honest, they are like Scientology. Oh yeah, you're right, Remnant. Yeah, Scientology is definitely one of those one of those. I guess that was more like a pyramid scheme, right? A lot of Scientology is based on money. I guess that's another telltale sign of a cult, is that real religion should be free, right? And the real religion should do nothing for you but bring you peace and understanding. Whereas these special religions like Scientology, you have to pay. Like, you have to buy books, you have to invest in their scheme to like rise ranks and to like understand more about the religion. That's not a religion. That's just a scam. Everybody remembers those Tom Cruise tapes for Scientology. Man, those are pretty funny. Marcus says, especially with the last time the game with the demon goat at the gas station, I wanted more story about that. Yeah, you're right, Marcus. They laid down some really good lore in this game, and yeah, every time there's a goat creature, I want to know more about it. I guess it just works out that way. Marcus says, I want the game devs to expand more on the lore because I'm genuinely invested to the story now. That's how it usually feels with these itch.io games. Yeah, when you make short games like this, like, you can tiptoe around some lore. Like, you can, like, usually when you make something scary, it's scary enough to be interesting, and then of course you've got the audience at that point, and they obviously want to know more. I think people do it all the time with horror stories, right? Like, for example, the first Halloween, right, when they invented Michael Myers, they didn't necessarily flesh his character out all the way. They just made him scary, and they kind of knew some stuff about him, and the audience loved it. And eventually they ended up adding more lore to Michael Myers, some of it bad, some of it not so great. But yeah, I feel like when you make horror things, you kind of make like this black hole of I don't know, interesting stuff that people always want a bit more, I think. And then sometimes you get the answers, and sometimes the answers aren't great, but sometimes they're done very well and it's acceptable. But I think that happens a lot in mainstream horror, where they're like, oh, this is so great. They did it in, Nightmare on Elm Street. They did it in Hellraiser. And they always expand the lore a bit, and sometimes they're successful and sometimes they're not. But yeah, it always starts out with an interesting kind of concept and idea, and I think this game has done that very well. So yeah, this is a great game. We'll see if the real one pops up, and we'll see how expensive it is. Actually, I'll probably play it anyway. But yeah, I'm glad we played this one. Marcus is, speaking of Hellraiser, I'm watching that later tonight. Later tonight, you're watching Hellraiser? I'm having a retro movie night. Have you seen Hellraiser before, Marcus? You must have. Hellraiser is classic. The first one is just classic. Like, I mean, it's got kind of that 80s vibe and stuff to it a little bit. But yeah, the Pinhead and the Cenobites, what a cool concept. That they really changed horror up when Hellraiser came out. That concept is so cool. The puzzle box and the pain and pleasure indivisible thing, and it kind of just took like demon stuff like to the next level, I think, when we went from the 80s slashers, which are kind of basic, to something that was more existential in horror. So that was the first one's pretty good. The second one's not bad either. After that, they kind of get wonky. So I'm gonna rewatch 1 and 2, and then the rest. Nice. I like 1 and 2, I think, are my favorites. The rest are okay. I think they can become hit and miss after 1 and 2, but 1 and 2 are really, true to the Hellraiser form. Remnant says, thanks, Eddie, for the stream. Also, take care, Marcus. Yeah, of course, Remnant. Thanks for stopping by. It means a lot. And hopefully we see you at the next one. And good luck with your Rivals games. Hawkeye and Black Widow are definitely nice characters to be good at. Marcus says, see you, Remnant. See you next time, Eddie. Yes, see you, Marcus, and everybody else who stopped by in the YouTube or the itch. Thanks for stopping by on this one. It was a lot of fun. And we'll find another one. And we'll also play the full version of this if it comes out. Okay. Have a good night, you two, and anyone else in there. I'll see you later. Remnant says 40 kill streak became target. That's quite a streak, Remnant. Definitely play comp if you get that good. Definitely you'll rank up in no time. All right. I'll see you all later.